You have to go all in. You have to go all in no matter what. Because if you don't go all in, you're giving yourself an excuse. You're giving yourself room to fail. If you genuinely have faith that that goal is possible, you see the vision, you can see yourself living that life that you want to live, being that person that you want to be, why would you leave yourself room for failure? This is where most people go wrong. I was reading this book called Think and Grow Rich. This guy, during the gold rush, he was fucking shoveling for gold. And then he stopped, right? He stopped because he couldn't find any gold. Then he sold the machinery to this guy. The guy who got the machinery went back. And then he started drilling in the same place that that person was drilling. And he found out that the other guy stopped away just 3 feet from gold. This is a true story. A lot of people don't think the story is true. He stopped 3 feet from gold. 3 feet from gold. If he just kept going, regardless of the results, he would have found he would have found massive amounts of gold. He would have became a millionaire. That guy later on heard about what happened because the guy told him, he was like, look, you stopped away 3 feet from gold. He heard about what happened. Then he was like, look, I'm never going to let this shit happen ever again. He became the best life insurance salesman ever, and he was making millions of dollars a year. But what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that when you give yourself room for failure, you give yourself room to give up, and you don't go all in, you're limiting yourself from reaching places you've never reached, accomplishing goals you've never accomplished. And the most powerful thing you can do is learn from other people's mistakes. I just quit my fucking job. All my sense of security, all my sense of comfort, I just quit it. I didn't even put in my 2 weeks. I just quit immediately because that is me reinforcing in my brain that I'm going all in on my goals. I'm going all in. There's no room for me to fail. There's no room for me to back out. There's no room for me to just not give a fuck. There's no room for me to not wake up at 5 a.m. There's no room for me to skip my workouts. There's no room for me to go out to the club. There's no room for me to start drinking. There's literally no room for me to fail. I put my life in the position where I have to win. I have to succeed. You would be surprised what you can accomplish when you have no other way. You have no room to fail. You have no other way. So why would you not do that if you know that's where you're going to see the most progress? I asked myself, when am I going to see the most progress? With this job or without it? Every single conclusion I came to, it was without it. So why the fuck would I stay in this job if it's just going to make me feel more comfortable? Because the longer you stay home, the less you want to leave. The longer you stay home, the less you want to leave. I was at this job for 7 months. There was so many cool people I worked with. So many people I were cool with. But I knew it was time to go. I knew that I had to burn this bridge so that I can make it to the next place that I want to make it in my life. And the next place I want to make it in my life is a completely different life to where I'm in now. I want to impact as many lives as possible. I want to elevate people physically and mentally in the best ways possible. And I want to elevate as many people as possible. I want to make my coaching business the best in the game. I want to make my program the best in the game. At Max Out Fitness Coaching, we don't tolerate people not being the best. So I'm going to put in the best possible effort. I'm going to sacrifice the most. I'm going to lead by example. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to lead by faith, not fear. Doesn't matter what it is in my life. I understand that God is always there with me. God is always there with me, no matter how scary or how fearful that one decision may be. That is the decision you need to do, because the scariest decisions more times often than not are the ones that bear the most fruit. It's kind of like ending your relationship. Ending your relationship, it's like, it's hard. It's hard sometimes because you're so attached to that person, but at the same time, sometimes it's time to go, because you ending that relationship is you're allowing yourself to find someone else that's better for you. It's like, bro, you're attached to that job, but deep down, you know you're meant for more. Deep down, you know you're meant for greater, but you don't want to leave it because you're comfortable. But how do you expect to find something better if you don't leave it? Because you're comfortable, so you don't want to take that leap of faith. That leap of faith is the last thing that you need for you to actually live that life that you want. Whether you want to elevate your life physically, financially, mentally, every single way, you have to take a leap of faith, bro. You have to go all in. Why would you give yourself room for failure? I removed every single room for me to fail. Every single room. Now, all 24 hours of my day can dedicate towards one thing, which is my coaching business. and elevating myself, because my coaching business as well is a self-reflection of me, right? So if I elevate myself more, if I sacrifice more of myself, it's going to reflect onto my business, and I'm going to impact more lives as well. That is the name, bro. That is the name of the game. That shit sounds corny, but bro, that is the point. The point is elevating yourself, elevating yourself. Elevating yourself, because once you elevate yourself, you can elevate everyone around you. Once you self-respect yourself, you can have respect for everyone else. Once you love yourself, you can love other people. Too many people want to get into relationships when they have no money. They're physically not fit. They're pieces of shit. Bro, work on yourself first, bro. Work on yourself first. Dedicate to yourself first, and then find you the right partner. And that, when you do it like that, you're gonna find a better partner for yourself, bro. I promise you. I promise you, bro. It's worth it. It's worth it. That period of your life where it's uncomfortable, but you have to stick through it. That uncomfort is what leads to success. You have to have a burning desire to win. You have to have a burning desire. And if you have a burning desire to win, whatever you want is gonna become a reality. Whatever you want is going to become a reality. It doesn't matter, because that is your burning desire. So many people don't believe in me. So many people don't see the vision that I see in my head. They don't see the vision I see in my head, but that's normal. They're not supposed to understand you, bro. They're not supposed to see that vision that you have in your head of what you want to live and what you want to do. Haters is the number one sign that you're on the right path, because everyone who's hating on you, bro, they're below you. They're trying to bring you down to their level. They're scared of your potential. They're afraid that you remind them of every single thing they're not doing in their life, and you're a self-reflection to them of every single thing that they haven't been doing. Because I upset a lot of people. I will be the first one to say it, that there's a lot of people that I upset, and I don't do it purposefully. My whole purpose on this planet isn't to upset people, but my purpose is to bring the best out of you. But sometimes the people who just give up on themselves, they feel like they have no other option but to hate, because what else are they going to do? They need to justify their own egos. They need to justify their situation they're in. And in order to justify it, what they do is that they say, oh, that guy has better genetics than me. Oh, that guy was born in a better situation than me. He has better parents, or he was born well off, or whatever it is. Oh, that guy just has more opportunities than me. There's nothing I can do. And they do that to justify their own ego. Bro, I have shit fucking genetics, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna act like I have the most shit genetics in the world. Of course I have good genetics, but what I'm trying to say is I started from the fucking bottom. I couldn't even do a push-up. I would arm wrestle with girls and still lose. I would literally arm wrestle girls and still lose. I was the weakest person ever. I had the lowest confidence in the world. I literally couldn't even talk to people. I couldn't even talk to people because I had no self-confidence, because my days consisted of me beating my meat 3 times a day and watching porn and wondering why I had no confidence. Look at the life I was living. Confidence is built on the actions you take. If you take bullshit actions, no wonder you have no fucking confidence, bro. But the number one thing is strengthening my relationship with the Lord. Strengthening my relationship in the Lord, bro. I used to think I could do everything on my own. Oh, I could do everything on my... Bro, no, you don't. I can't do everything on my own. I need God. I need God to be there with me. I need Him. I'll be the first one to say I need Him. Because without God, doesn't matter what I'm doing, is pointless. Without a good relationship with God, everything is pointless. Everything. That is the most valuable thing you can have. That is something nobody else can take away from me, which is my relationship with God and my faith in God, my trust in God. No matter what happens to me, God is always going to provide for me. He's always going to be there for me. And that's why I live by faith. I don't live by fear. I don't fear anything. I don't fear anything. I can get jumped right now by 4 dudes. I wouldn't live in fear. I wouldn't care, because I have so much faith in God. But it's like, bro, if you want to make a drastic change in your life, it comes with you making drastic efforts, drastic actions. Drastic actions. And no, it's not going to be easy, but it's very simple. It's very simple. Once you have the blueprint, it's very simple. You just need to execute on it on a daily basis. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm executing on everything on a daily basis. And that's exactly why I'm going to be rewarded. That's exactly why God is going to bless me. That's exactly why I'm going to be in the position where other people are elevated by my presence, by me just being around them. Because when you elevate yourself, when you better yourself, naturally other people are going to be elevated too. You are some of the people that you hang around. So if I'm around other people that are trying to become better or that are already better, we're just going to push each other to become better. Because I'm leading by example. I go in my comfort zone every single day, on a daily basis. And that's what encourages other people to do the same. You know, even at my job, I have a lot of people who shit on me. A lot of people who talk shit about me behind my back. A lot of people who say subtle comments that hate on me. Or my old job, obviously. Just a lot of people who hate on me, right? A lot of people who I walk past them and they have something negative to say, right? There's a lot of negative people. You guys are going to see there's a lot of negative people in the world, right? But do I ever say anything back? No. Do I ever reciprocate that hateful energy that they give to me? No. I don't do that. I don't do that because I know that I'm better than that. I'm better than that. You can't just give back that same negative energy that other people give to you, because then you are no better than them. Then you're equal. It's the same way how if you argue with somebody, right? You're putting yourself on an equal standing with that person. Me personally, I don't choose to argue with people. I don't choose to go back and forth and screaming and being negative. I just don't choose to do that. Because I don't put myself in that position. I don't put myself in that position. And I'm not saying that I'm better than other people. I'm not saying that I'm putting myself over other people. But what I am saying is that I'm going to make the rightful choice to be a positive person, regardless of the people around me. I'm going to make the choice to be disciplined, regardless of the people around me. I'm going to make the choice to put in the work today, regardless of the people around me. Regardless. Name me one other person who's 19 years old, who works harder than me, wakes up earlier than me, does more sacrifices than me, posts more than me. Bro, nobody works harder than me. I can't name one person in my city who works harder than me. I just can't, because it's impossible. It's impossible because I sacrifice more than everybody. I sacrifice more than the average person is willing to sacrifice. I put in more work than the average person is willing to put in. I do more research. I read more. I've been reading more than ever, bro. I read more than the average person. This is why people take me seriously. This is why people think I'm fucking 25, bro. Like, I'm not, no exaggeration, but people think I'm way older, and it's because of the way I carry myself, and it's because of my presence and my energy. Your presence and your energy are the fucking most biggest things ever. Those two things will open up more doors for you than anything in your life. Anything, just your presence and your energy. If you're fat or skinny, bro, your presence isn't gonna be there. When I was skinny fat, I would walk into a room and I dead ass felt invisible. Nobody would even notice I was there. Nobody even noticed I was there because my presence was like so tiny. I had a minimal amount of presence. I had a minimal amount of presence because I was skinny fat. I had no confidence in myself. Bro, I was the most soft-spoken person ever. You guys see me screaming to this camera right now. I've always been a soft-spoken person. I always talk like, oh, yeah, what? Like, no exaggeration. No exaggeration. You can ask people who knew me 3, 4, 5 years ago. That is how I would talk. I would talk soft-spoken because I had no confidence in myself. I had no confidence in myself because of the actions I was making. And it all stemmed with me watching porn. Because when I used to watch porn, I would watch porn, and then after I would bust, I would be fucking so unmotivated. I didn't want to do shit with my life. I just wanted to sit in my bed and lay down. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. You bust, and then you don't feel like doing shit. You're ashamed of yourself for doing it. And then that's when your energy gets fucked up, right? Your energy gets fucked up when you're fucking disappointed in yourself. I was disappointed in myself that would fuck up my energy. Of course, I had no ambition. Of course, every single fucking thing I started failed. I would trade stocks. Bro, of course I would lose all my money if I had no fucking discipline to learn what I was doing wrong. I had no discipline to actually learn from my mistakes. I was just trading stocks, wishing that I would fucking win the lottery, bro. I'm so glad I lost all that money, because if I would have made that money and if I would have got money the easy way, bro, I would have been one of these piece of shit people that are fucking like spoiled, that have no respect. And I'm so glad I didn't turn out like those people. I'm so glad that I have to work harder than everyone else. I'm so glad that I need to elevate myself as a person. And I'm so glad that I removed all those self-limitations that I had no idea that I had. But how did I understand, or how did I realize I had those self-limitations? Because the biggest thing is that my mentor just opened my eyes. My mentor opened my eyes to all the limiting beliefs that I had in my life. I started listening to people who are on the positions in life that I wanted to be in, and they opened my eyes to where, like, bro, I'm doing so many things wrong. I'm limiting myself in so many ways. Why do I think in this certain way? Why do I have this mindset if this mindset isn't helping me? Bro, a lot of people aren't willing to understand that they're wrong. I had to tell myself, look, the way you think is wrong. You are not living the life you want to live, so the way that you're thinking is literally wrong. And I had to kill my ego, and I had to understand, if I want to win in life, if I want to be a winner, it starts with my mindset, because the mindset is the foundation to your whole entire life. So what did I do? I fucking completely shifted my mindset. I completely shifted it. Completely shifted it to a mindset that is actually a winning mindset. A mindset that produces results. A mindset that produces results. Because a lot of people, they want the results, they want the goals, but they don't want to change themselves to actually accomplish those goals. They don't want to change who they are deep down. They don't want to change their habits. They don't want to change their routines. They don't want to change that for their goals. They expect their goals to come to them through minimal effort. That's not the way life works. That's not the way life works. You cannot change the world, but you can adjust yourself to where you can win you can change your world. You can't change the world, but you can change your world. You can adjust yourself to where you can live the life that you want. But you need to adjust yourself to the winning mindset, the winning actions, the winning routine. Whatever that routine, whatever that mindset looks like for you, you need to understand, you need to get it. You need to get it from other people who have that mindset, that can teach you the things that they know. That is the precursor to growth. The precursor to growth is killing your ego, learning from people who are in the positions that you want to be in, and going all in, burning all the bridges, not allowing yourself to go back to that life that you don't want to live. Because the moment that you give yourself room for failure, the moment that you give yourself room, because naturally the human brain goes towards the easiest option, naturally. So if you give yourself room to fail, if you give yourself room to be lazy, what do you think you're going to do? You're going to be lazy. And if you don't sacrifice for your goals are going to be the sacrifice. I promise you. If you don't sacrifice for your goals will never become alive. They will never become alive. They will never become alive. You have to make the commitment. You have to go all in. And you have to stop being okay with wasting your potential. You have to stop being okay with not living the life you want to live. But one thing I do want to say before we end this video is I love all of you. I want to see you guys win. If any of you guys related or you resonated with my message in any way, shape, or form, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. I love you guys. Actually, I love you guys to death. I want to see you guys win. Each and every one of you. And I'm here to grow with you guys, right? I'm here for us to grow together. I'm on this journey of improving daily with you guys together. And I'm improving as a coach on a fucking daily basis. And it's like, if any of you guys physically and mentally aren't in the positions that you want to be in life, bro, just book a call with me down below. Just book a call. Just book a call and we can have a conversation. We can discuss, what are the goals you want to accomplish, what you want to do with your life. And then we can just see if I can help you get there. We can just see if you qualify, see if you're a good fit. And if you are, fantastic. If you aren't, that's also fantastic. But you should never limit yourself from potentially changing your life. You know what I mean? And if that sounds like something that you're interested, just go ahead and book a call with me down below. Like I said, thank you guys for making it this far. I love each and every one of you. I want to see you guys win every single day. And you need to understand the first step to improving your mentality is improving your physical health, because your mind and your body, they're connected. They're connected. And once you go on that run, bro, that you didn't feel like going on, once you fucking did that workout that you didn't feel like doing, just wait how your presence and your energy are gonna shift so much, and you're gonna fucking kill it. And then your presence, your energy, those are the two things that are gonna change your life. Just wait and see how they're affected. But yeah, I love you guys to death. Let's get it. And yeah, guys, if you fucked with the video, if you messed with the video, subscribe, like, leave a comment down below. Yeah, let's get it. Peace out.